They sealed the files and they blacked out the names, but the flight logs don't lie and the list stays the same. They sealed the files, put the truth under lock, but you can't redact what's already in the doc. Let me break it down slow before I speed it up fast, cause the story's been buried but the evidence lasts. There's an island on the map that the rich used to visit. Private planes are manifest. Go look, it's explicit. Flight logs are public record, anybody can read. 140 trips by, people planted like seeds in every hall of power, every boardroom and throne, and they all flew together but they claim they were alone. Cameras off, guards asleep, coroner can't agree. Hyoid bone says different from the official decree. Somebody made a call and somebody got paid, and the victim's been waiting in the dark unafraid. Sealed the files and they blacked out the names, but the flight logs don't lie and the list stays the same. They sealed the files, put the truth under lock, but you can't redact what's already in the doc. Now I'm picking up the pace, cause the facts need a face and the case needs a trace to the maze, to the place to remain written hide in the plain sight for decades of players and trades and arrangements and favors and grades of corruption that cascade through the ages and pages of documents sealed by the judges who kneel to the people with money and lawyers and wheels turning quietly, keeping the victims from speaking the truth that they seek and relief that they need and deserve every day. That the files stay locked is a crime in its own right, and I'm saying it straight with a mic and a light shining into the dark where they keep all the names that we know but can never officially claim, cause the powerful frame every narrative blaming the victims for naming the game. When you own all the media, you own all the air. You decide what's a story and what gets ignored. You decide who's a hero and who gets no record. The blackmail is the leverage is the hook. Get enough on everybody and nobody looks at the man behind the curtain pulling strings for the kings, while the rest of us argue over meaningless things. Left and right is a puppet show, one hand up them both. The hand belongs to people who were never on a ballot, wrote the policy regardless from the candidates on every side. So no matter what you vote for, you are taking them inside. Sealed the files and they blacked out the names, but the flight logs don't lie and the list stays the same. They sealed the files, put the truth under lock, but you can't redact what's already in the doc. Here we go fast, get the fast, get the fast, get the fast, the fast, the fast, the fast, the fast. Here we go, faster than the cover of happen, taking the caps off the syllables, stacking them rapid and actually cracking the narrative back to the factual, tracking the pattern from mile in the courtroom, the camera malfunction, the guard who just happened to sleep at the function, the maximum security, federal detention, while nobody mentioned the neck and the bone, and the medical findings, the coroner's own contradiction noted and shown in the documents publicly filed and then quietly closed, while the powerful smiled and the victims compiled all the testimony and names in the case that got sealed by a judge and erased from the headlines, replaced by whatever the media placed in the frame of the day. So you looked away and the name stayed away from the light of the page, and the stage that they played stayed exactly the same, with the powerful safe and the questions remain, and the only thing stopping the truth from the people is whether the people will ask it again and again. They sealed the files and they blacked out the names, but the flight logs don't lie and the list stays the same. They sealed the files, what read in between? Redacted don't mean it was never a thing. That's the question. That's the question. That's the question.